Hi again, and welcome to the third and final episode of this series of videos of how to empower companies and their customers through holistic identity management. Hi Glenn, how are you?
Happy to continue our journey into holistic identity, Daniel.
Awesome, very well. In the second episode, we talk about how holistic identity management can be used to help organizations better serve customers by reducing friction and delivering better experiences. Today, organizations are under mounting pressure to protect customers' data due to privacy regulations, from GDPR to CCPA and others. At the same time, customers are increasingly demanding organizations to be more transparent about how data is being captured and utilized. Glenn, our research shows that customers want to be in control of their digital footprint. In fact, it shows that 87% of customers will be willing to share personal information in exchange for rewards, discounts, offers, or improved experiences. What's needed to achieve this goal and help organizations empower their customers? Tell us, what are the key technologies that are required to achieve this, Glenn?
We've created a comprehensive product approach to solving this using the Affinidi Trust Network, which helps us provide both consumers and businesses with holistic identity management capabilities. Now, a big requirement is that we need a more robust consent management capability that is owned by the individual, where they can have more choice and freedom on what they are willing to share with others, particularly businesses in exchange for a better experience, savings, or other value. At Affinidi, we believe decentralizing data and identity to the individual not only simplifies privacy compliance, but allows for the individual to have greater transparency and control on what they are sharing and how to revoke that consent at any future point. Now, to achieve this, we must establish a high degree of trust and transparency in how our data as individuals is being used by others. I believe that organizations that enable their customers to reclaim their data and identities will provide a much simpler and faster onboarding experience, leading to a competitive advantage against those that don't modernize.
So how is AI used in the Affinidi platform to provide personalized recommendation to customers? Can you give me a couple of examples of that?
So as individuals reclaim their data, as with many new innovations, we've actually created some new challenges. How do we catalog all of this data? What may be health related, financial data, my lackluster gaming stats? This is where Affinidi Concierge, your very own individual private AI agent, helps annotate and organize a collection of your data into your own vault. This then allows your private AI agent to intelligently know about yourself and help represent the minimum about yourself as you engage with third parties. Earlier in the series, I gave the example of myself as being a runner and sharing that with Nike in exchange for discounts on my favorite running shoes. I didn't have to get involved though to manage all of my health and fitness data to know that would be relevant to a sports-orientated company. It goes further than this though. I can also ask questions about myself. For example, what countries have I visited in the last 10 years so I can fill out a visa application form? Or why am I tired today? I am really excited by the potential of what a truly private AI can help me with when I can provide a holistic view of myself. We've never been able to do this before, Daniel.
A private AI, that certainly sounds very interesting. And is AI empowering the organization too? How so?
For organizations, this is going to be key. We are already seeing, for example, sophisticated AI methods to circumvent KYC, which puts more burden back onto the individual to prove they are human. Hold up this sign, passport, move in a certain way while repeating a phrase. No, thank you. I should not be having to do that. But we can use AI to provide new methods of liveness checks, proof of personhood, which is a critical part of the identity framework and essential to authentication. Who are you? And authorization. What do you have access to? Now, once past KYC, AI continues to help organizations by being able to help with compliance checks, consent management checks, data protection. For example, has an individual removed consent? With decentralized identity, you now have a way of identifying every piece of data against a common decentralized identifier across an organization. You don't have multiple customer records that may or may not represent the same individual. Now finally, because an individual can choose to share more with an organization, the quality of insights and data analytics driven by sophisticated AI models can be orders of magnitude better than the limited data you have access today. Daniel, this is about moving past the I know what you are doing surveillance-based approach of today and into the intentions of the knowing why a consumer is interacting with you.
Let's conclude with a few recommendations for developers and their organizations. Now, what are the top 3 things that you would recommend developers to consider as they work on new apps in light of what we just discussed, Glenn?
Great question. Firstly, what data can you provide to your customers that would make their lives easier as they interact with others? As an industry, as we open up more data and put that back into the hands of consumers, it is available to all. This means that more data will also be available to you if a consumer chooses to share that with you. Secondly, think about the whole user onboarding process and how can you make that as frictionless as possible. Remove the need to register, to fill out forms, embrace modern methods such as verifiable credentials, zero-knowledge proofs, incentive mechanisms, passwordless authentication, and many, many others. Now, thirdly, how can you provide new customer experiences by having greater access to that data about the individual whilst maintaining security and privacy? How to take advantage of the individual's own AI agents? How do I establish trust with others? I truly believe that companies that make privacy the core of their brand will have a large competitive advantage through their ability to know their customers better than those that are not transparent or giving control back to the individual. Now, for developers, you get to build with the latest technologies such as passwordless authentication, decentralized identity frameworks, decentralized web nodes, zero-knowledge proofs, and AI. That is all built around privacy by design. You can get started with the state-of-the-art in minutes and not days. Getting all the pieces required to maintain privacy and security in a digital world is complex. Affinidi's holistic identity and trust network simplifies this for developers.
That was very interesting. Thank you, Glenn. And to you, thanks for watching. This concludes the series on how to empower companies and their customers through holistic identity management. See you next time.